Welcome back to Hannity. So Donald Trump continues to dominate in the polls, and with the first Republican debate slated to air this Thursday night right here on the Fox News channel, how will Donald Trump hold up against his GOP rivals? Well, in recent weeks, Donald Trump has not held back, and here's what he said recently about this big debate.
I am who I am. I don't know. I've never debated before. I'm not a debater. I get things done, whether it's this or whatever. I build, I create jobs. I don't talk about it. I get it done. Politicians talk about it. You know, these guys debate every night of their life. That's all they do is debate. They debate all over the place, and nothing happens.
Here with reaction, author of the brand new book, Plunder and Deceit, Big Government's Exploitation of Young People in the Future. I call him the great one, Mark Levin. Rare in-studio appearance, my brother. How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you, sir. You know, you say we live in a post-constitutional America.
Right.
This book, I think, is a very consequential book, like most of your books. Deep thinking, real hard-hitting. We are headed to bankruptcy. You start this book out and you say, can we simultaneously love our children and betray their generation and generations to come? Republicans, Democrats, aren't they really both equally to blame?
Well, they are now. We have a Republican Congress, and we haven't made a single step in progress toward advancing liberty or constitutionalism. The point of this book, really, there's two themes. One is to people our age and older to say, we are destroying this country for the next generation. The massive debt, the unlimited immigration, the phony environmental movement. You saw the president today with another fiat that's going to destroy industries and kill jobs. Across the board, the minimum wage is an attack on youth employment, young employment. So that's for us. And then I want young people to know you have to stir yourselves and inform yourselves. You're not going to get this information in college or high school or through the media or the culture. You need to inform yourselves, and you need to learn and know that this is an attack on you more than anybody else.
You know, you go back to great philosophers and our founders and our framers and the Federalist Papers and Burke and Montesquieu and de Tocqueville. You really lay the foundation. You eviscerate leftism. You eviscerate the ideology as a failed ideology. Do you think America's waking up to that fact, or is America literally risking a decline that it can never recover from?
I don't know. But I do know this. If we don't fight this, that's inevitable. And I think a lot of the Republicans think that this radical left agenda is inevitable. And I think the left thinks they're on a high now. They're running away with the country. My attitude is, from the grassroots up, whether it's the Reagan Revolution, the Tea Party Revolution, or young people in this country joining with their parents and their grandparents, we do need to take this country back. And what I've done in this book, I've taken every major issue that I think is out there right now, whether it's the debt, entitlements, and so forth, immigration, and I address it, what the left has done to this country, how they're eviscerating our traditions and our institutions, and I'm trying to shine a light on it so young people can see it, and I've done it in a way I think that hasn't been done before.
You know, again, plunder and deceit. So there's no Social Security lockbox. You talk about that. You talk about the debt. Social Security is bankrupt. Medicare is bankrupt. Obamacare premiums are going to go up on average 40% a year. And then we see politically right now, Donald Trump's leading in all the polls, 26% in the most recent poll. Donald Trump, non-politician, bold, outspoken, iconoclastic. Is this related to what you're describing?
It is related to it. I think what Trump has done here is people aren't even sure where he stands on all the issues. They just know they are sick and tired of politicians. You know, people say, I have a resume. I've been a governor. I've been a senator. I've been a congressman. And a lot of people are saying, well, that's the problem, because you guys aren't getting anything done. I think the conservative base has been lied to repeatedly. In 2010, we gave them the House. In 2014, we gave them the Senate. These guys go home, these Republicans, they lie about what they're going to do on Obamacare. They have funded every penny of it. They lie what they're going to do about immigration. But what I'm saying here is, look, we should not give up on our children and grandchildren, give up on the next generation. Why would we allow the left to control their fate? Why do we allow the left to control all these institutions? And so that's why I go through really like a prosecutor's brief, issue after issue, trying to expose what the left has done, and then beyond that, trying to explain what we need to do.
You cite different polls in the book, and this is, most Americans now think that for the first time, the next generation will be worse off than the previous generation. That's profound. And
it's a fact.
It's a
fact because not of the civil society, not because of the private sector, not because of the individual, not because of wholesome families and so forth, but because of central government policy. And it's been really heightened under Obama, but it is a constant attack on our traditions. When he talks about fundamental transformation, what he's talking about is destroying the American lifestyle, shutting down coal mines today, shutting down steel mills, shutting down fisheries.
All right, but here's where we are. You're right. We've been deceived. We've been lied to. Really, I think you can argue that the money was stolen from the Social Security Trust that was supposed to be put in a lockbox. There's no lockbox. So as we look at all of these issues, I see that Republican governors have been reform-minded. I think they've done a lot of, some, not all. Some have done a good job. Some have transformed their states. But I don't see Washington Republicans as that bold alternative, a revitalized party that Reagan talked about. Do you see that this election is that tipping point? Do you see that conservative emerging?
There are several good candidates running. There's several that I can't support.
Who do you like?
But I'm not going to get into, well, there's a bunch of them that I like. But you're only giving me 5 minutes, so I can go through each one and their background.
This is minute 9, but go ahead.
I know, but I can tell you this. What I'm looking for, and I think what conservatives are looking for, is somebody who's principled and is reliably principled now, and somebody who can take the conservative message to the American people and connect it up with what's going on today. I think one of the reasons why Trump is so popular is, first and foremost, he took that immigration issue and turned it around completely. No, everybody isn't coming here because they love us. No, everybody's not coming here because they want to take jobs Americans aren't doing. A lot of people are coming here who are not honorable, and a lot of people are coming here who don't want jobs. They want to participate in the welfare state.
You talk about the plunder, the deceit, the debt, Social Security, education, immigration, the environment, all of these issues, national security. You're going to come back later in the program, and you call for what you say a new civil rights movement. You have an answer. We'll get to that when you join us later in the program.
All right.
I love the book, Plunder and Deceit, the great one, Mark Levin. He'll join us later. But first, Hillary Clinton is starting to get very nervous after reports all weekend surfaced that Joe Biden could enter the 2016 presidential race. We'll check in with Ed Henry, Brett Baird. They're next with reaction, then later tonight.
I am against the fact that you're insulting my intelligence because I am for Donald Trump.
He donated to Hillary.
I don't
He's donated
care.
to Schumer.
I don't
He's
care.
donated to
I don't care.
All right, New Hampshire voters, they told pollster Frank Luntz their opinions about the 2016 GOP field. We're going to show you that video and more. He's here to explain. Straight ahead.